Hello guys, today we are going to discuss cable trays. Cable trays is a mechanical support system used in electrical wiring of a building to route and distribute insulated power, control and communication cables. Cable tray is actually a rigid structure system comprising unit sections and associated fitting that securely fasten or support cable and raceways. For example, when we are going to provide a mechanical support for communication cable, electrical cable, power cable, so we use cable trays. So we have different type of cable trays. So the selection of specific type is primarily dictated by load requirement, environmental condition and need for heat dissipation. For example, when we are going to select which cable type cable tray we use, so it's depend upon our requirement. For example, when we are going use a cable tray for heavy duties, we use ladder cable trays. Now let's start with a ladder cable tray. A ladder cable tray. Now, what is a ladder cable tray? Ladder cable tray is actually characterized by two longitudinal side rails, connected by individual transverse rugs, which is connected by individual transverse rugs. So this is a ladder cable tray. So ladder cable tray is actually used for heavy duty. We can use for heavy duty. And ladder cable tray provide airflow, so which prevent cable from overheating. So it can be used for to prevent cable overheating. Now, ladder cable tray can be used for long distances between support. So it can be used for long distances. So this ladder cable tray provide airflow. Now, what we got from this ladder cable tray. So ladder cable tray can normally be used for heavy duties and for long distances, and it provide airflow which can be used and which can prevent cable overheating. In the second case, we got perforated cable tray. Now, what is perforated cable tray? So it can also be known as ventilated cable tray. It's feature a base with the holes or slots to allow for air circulation, water drainage, and heat dissipation. So this one is actually a perforated cable tray. What provide this perforated cable tray? It provide a air circulation, a water drainage. It can prevent heat dissipation. It can allow heat dissipation and prevent cable from overheating. So perforated cable tray can be used for moderate cable load in commercial building. And this perforated cable tray provide a continuous support than a ladder cable tray. Provide a continuous support. Now move to the third type of ladder cable tray. So in the third case we have solid bottom cable tray. So this one is a solid bottom cable tray. So a continuous enclosure with no perforation. So solid bottom cable tray got no perforation. It provide a maximum physical protection against dust and falling object. So it provide maximum protection against dust and falling object, and it provide a continuous uh, enclosure with no perforation. Continuous enclosure with no perforation. So this solid bottom cable tray pitted with a metal cover. So they got a metal cover. It also offers shielding against electromagnetic interference. So, for example, when we need a cable to pass through a cable tray, and we want that there is no electromagnetic interference, because we are going to pass cable which got sensitive data, so we use a solid base cable tray. It provide protection against dust and falling object, and provide shielding against electromagnetic interference. Let's move to fourth type of cable tray, which is a wire mesh cable tray. This one is wire mesh cable tray. So wire mesh cable tray constructed from welding steel wires, forming an open mesh. So it is actually constructed from a steel wire. So this type is actually flexible, easy to cut or bend on a site, making it the standard choice for light duty. So easy to cut. So can be used for light duties. For light duty data, telecommunication and low voltage application. So it can be used for offices, rooms. So for low duties and for low duty communication cable, we can use the wire mesh cable tray. Let's move to the fifth one. Fifth one is a channel cable tray. So channel cable tray, this one is a channel cable tray. A channel cable tray, a simple U-shaped metal channel used for very small cable installation. For example, when we are going to pass a very small cable, so we use channel cable tray. And for short runs, for short distances, for small cables, short distances, such as branches up from a main backbone. For example, this one is a main backbone, and there is a small branches coming out from this tray. We use channel cable tray. From the name it is clear it's a channel from the main cables. Now the third one is aluminum cable tray. From the name it is clear that it made from aluminum cable tray. So an aluminum system featuring a central rail with rugs extending from both sides, allowing maximum freedom for cable to enter and exit. So this cable tray, aluminum cable tray, what it provide? It provide freedom for cable to enter and exit. So this was a lecture of cable tray, and this is a very important lecture to understand when we are going to install electrical system and commercial building, small rooms. So we need to understand cable trays. So this is the end of our lecture. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.